Guys. Oh my god, guys. I'm literally shaking right now. I'm literally shaking. I just played a video game. I just played the new Modern Warfare. Oh my god. And I tell you what, it was so crazy. It was so violent. It was so visceral. It was very...
What is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the...
All right, man, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not. These soy boy and beta male and sensitive females over at IGN got a chance to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 behind the scenes at E3, GameSpot's Game of the Event. Even though they didn't show anything to the public, and we had Cyberpunk 2077, and we had Keanu Reeves coming out. And we only got to see 2 pictures of the multiplayer and no single player in any way whatsoever. And the 2 pictures of the single player were just actual paintings, pictures, drawings, artistic renderings. But guys, the more important thing about this video, the most important thing we need to get to is that these soy boys, these women, these sensitive gentlemen, men, zers, don't want to, assume any genders here for the IGN team of journalists with much integrity, that's right. But these people that work here at IGN got triggered by playing apparently Modern Warfare single player campaign because it's too crazy, too violent, and that's what you would never expect when you're playing a game about war, because war is nothing but butterflies, candies, and just carrying on and sharing the message of peace throughout the world with non-violence and just peaceful tactics, because that's what the real world is. And anyways, these idiots, too funny. Just watch. Let's roll. Have a good time. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already.
At IGN, we're a bunch of different people with a bunch of different preferences, thoughts.
You all look like a bunch of dorks to me.
We're individuals.
I, at least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
You also don't want to hit that treadmill for 15 to 20 minutes 5 times a week, because you don't want to come in looking like this, brother. Oh, let me get the shoulder in there.
It's very jarring, and I found myself feeling extremely uncomfortable during the demo.
If they get it right, it's going to be one of the most memorable and probably best Call of Duties ever in this annual long-running series.
I hope the game isn't 10 hours of that sort of feel, because that would be very intense and ultimately not very fun.
It is extremely visceral, it is extremely unsettling.
Because it's not Candy Crush. Guys, gentlemen, you dorks.
In spite of all of that, or maybe because of that, I mean, it's my game of the show.
Oh, well, take it back. This guy's got some love. I like this guy right here. The guy on the left who looks the most masculine out of the group of these chubby, very unathletic millennials. This guy here, right? This dude, let me get my, right there, that guy. This dude right there. I'm poking in the back of the head. I like him. I like him a lot. McCaffrey, I don't know about you yet, buddy. There's
essentially a terror attack in London. Spoilers, by the way. There's a terror attack in London. Your cell, Captain Price, Sergeant Garrick, who I believe is the protagonist, the character you play as, take a small, covert SWAT-style team.
Tier 1 operators.
Tier 1 operators. To do a breach and clear.
Studs. We call them alpha male studs, men who actually live it, who are actually like, could you imagine, squeeze time out here, please get a time out here. There's actual people doing what this is happening in the game, like actual real life dudes jumping out of planes with freaking, oxygen masks because they're 20,000 feet in the sky, plummeting down to some crazy ass third world whole country to snipe and take out some insurgents, and they're actually going around and seeing death right in their face. These guys play a freaking video game. These chicks, these guys, these soy boys, these dorks, these freaking beta male gaming journalists, and they get triggered. They get triggered. Let's put that in perspective. A video game, ladies and gentlemen. This is 2019 with millennials. A video game. Can we just make that clear? We're talking about a video game. Triggering people. It's so violent. It's so violent. Oh, my nipples are lactating. I gotta slow down on the soy milk.
of this terror cell in this house.
A townhouse, yeah. So it's real narrow, and it's just like 4 floors.
Yeah, it's a terraced house in North London. I'm from North London, so I can assure you that it looked very accurate. They even had the correct train on.
I mean, come on, time out. Like, listen, just look at these fucking geeks, man. I mean, just look at these guys. These dudes literally probably have lower testosterone than Drifter. I'm just keeping it real here. Like, I mean, no hate, right? You guys do an amazing job at IGN. I mean, the fact that you come out here and, getting triggered by a Call of Duty video game, it's impressive. You guys are really upstanding dudes. And no hate, guys. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to come out with a Candy Crush style gameplay, and we're just going to hopefully get a lot of candy.
On the train line, which was very...
That's impressive.
It is one of the most visually impressive games I've seen.
Yeah, the attention
it does look
to detail.
Beautiful.
I think the most jarring part is that, of course, this is in London, and you're crawling through this house. I mean, crawling. You're stealth walking through this house with many people, many teams, many guns. You got your night vision goggles. Like, you're all suited up. But you're going into a civilian house, essentially. And granted, they are terrorists, but it's still weird.
On a technical level, I thought they're doing some really interesting things. Adding in some new mechanics that will make gunplay, will make the game itself a lot more interesting.
It reminded me of Mile High Club in the sense that there's, you're weaving your way through. There are a lot of people at very tricky angles. Yeah. There are non-combatants.
Yes.
And the line between non-combatant and combatant is every single level is explored to a greater degree.
You know what I'm taking from this? Here's what I'm taking from it. I'm almost taking, like, this is some paid marketing. Okay, just stay with me for a second here. We're going to take this down a different route than other people like the Quartering may have taken this video where he thinks the game is getting a hit piece against it for censorship by soy boy, triggered females and males, not to assume genders, millennials, right? So here's my takeaway from this. This is actually paid marketing. Like I said, GameSpot, which has exclusive rights to upload Call of Duty trailers and interview all the developers and get first dibs on pretty much everything with every new Call of Duty recently, right? They gave this game, even though we didn't get to see it, no one got any actual footage of it, we didn't get to see any kind of clips of it, they gave the game Best of E3, all right? That's obviously paid for and bought opinions by Activision. Now, these guys as well get some kind of, special treatment through these Activision Call of Duty developers and Blizzard. They make more than just Call of Duty, and these guys' jobs depend upon, having early access and having, what other people like myself and you watching the video don't get to, review games and stay in the business, as they say. And everyone pumping it up like this and making it seem crazy is nothing but actually positive advertising. It's completely and utterly causing and creating a buzz about the game. Like, oh my God, did you hear what happened to the out of shape soy boy beta male with less testosterone Drifter IGN staff said about Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Did you hear what they said? They said, oh my God, I got drinks of water. I'm so shook right now. I'm so shaken. I'm so triggered right now that it's crazy, guys. It's a video. I couldn't play it. I did not want to play it. It totally just. I can't handle it. And that right there is like, oh my God, now everybody wants to see what this is about. Oh my God, this game's gonna be so crazy, boy. It's gonna be crazy. Oh my God, it's crazy. I don't know if I can play it. And that's what I'm taking from this. Paid advertisement. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Could be wrong. Probably not. Usually 99.9% of the times right. And the other 1.0% I'm half right.
Yes. I think from a provocative sense, you start off, there are female combatants. There are female combatants being used as human shields that then grab a gun and try and shoot you.
Whether there are innocents involved or not, you have to kind of make that call as you go through.
And you're trying to do it as quietly as possible to not alert everyone else in the house.
Yeah, because everyone has guns.
Yeah, everyone in this house has an AK-47 under their bed, it looks like.
So it takes place in Texas. I can dig it. I like it. So we're taking place in Texas.
It looked like they were...
I mean, come on. Have you seen one man here? Have you actually seen a man here whose fat percentage isn't like above 40? Have you seen one man here? Like, honestly, this is gaming journalism. I'm just making a point here, right? Like, nothing against fat people or anything whatsoever. But like, it does speak to the kind of people that are involved in gaming journalism. Like, these aren't men. These aren't like, actual like testosterone men. Like if there's a zombie apocalypse, these are the dudes that die first. These are the dudes that definitely don't make it to the end. Like there's no Rick here. This is no Negan. These are like the losers who like beg for people like that, like me, to save them. Like these guys, you know, like what's the most important thing in the apocalypse? Cardio. These dudes have not. The only time these guys ran was to, you know, get to a Starbucks to get themselves a coffee and a donut before it closed, while they were, you know, playing video games all night, drinking G Fuel, and trying not to get triggered by a video game.
Incorporating some Rainbow Six kind of style things where you can shoot through doors, you can shoot through walls, you can peer around corners.
All right. I'm going to hit you guys with some intel here that I got from my guy at Infinity Ward. We're about, I don't know, maybe 9-8 minutes in, and a lot of you don't watch videos that long, but those of you who are still with me right now, I'm about to hit you with some actual multiplayer information that I got, and I'm not lying. You will 110% guarantee this is true. You can sneak, you can peek, you can have a function where you can look around the corners for weapons to clear rooms in the multiplayer. Also, you can also reload your gun as well. Like usually when you play Call of Duty, you go to reload, the gun has to drop down, and you're like, oops, and then you can put it back up. This one, you can stay aiming down sight, drop your clip, put it back in, and never ever break line of sight. Also, there is a kill streak that is amazing. It's in the game. It's like a chemical strike, and it is sort of like you can sort of designate a whole tire of the map, sort of like what would you call it? What would they have something similar? I don't know, like a lightning strike, but this is like a higher kill streak, and it's like a chemical strike, and it just like wipes out a whole area of the map, almost like a half nuke. And apparently that's a pretty high end kill streak, and it's pretty good. And guarantee you that'll be in the game, verified right here. No lies, no joke. Also, there's a game ending kill streak. I think it's 25 or 30 kills, like a nuke. Not sure if it's going to end the game yet or not, or be like a Moab in Modern Warfare 3. Facts. Thanks for watching the video this far, guys. For those that made that far, there's a little hint, tip, little trip for you, little tip, little love, not the whole thing, just the tip, and you're welcome. Let's watch these out of shape game journalists get triggered by a video game about war and be surprised about it. Look how they grip those mics. This guy's white knuckling it, dude. He's having a goddamn midlife crisis and freaking out right now, just trying to hold together because he's come to the conclusion and realization that, God, I'm a loser.
Yeah, you've got the lean mechanic, which is really nice.
And enemies have that too. They'll pop their head around, and if you're quick enough, you can nail.
It's unfortunate though, because like these mechanics are super interesting. Like they make combat a little bit more tactical. They give you a lot more options. Like the fact that at least in this particular demo, like the environments were very destructible. That's all super interesting. But then it puts those mechanics at odds with itself, making you so uncomfortable to the point where, like, I at least personally, I feel like I don't necessarily want to play 15 to 20 hours of what I was just shown.
While you are going into a moral gray area.
Dude, look at these girls. Look at these girls. This is the kind of girl that you don't want to marry or date, guys. I'm telling you right now. First of all, ask them, do they have daddy issues? If they answer yes, they're good for a couple months, few months. Trust me, any girl out there who answers the question, yes, they have daddy issues, like ask a girl this, how's the relationship with your dad? If it's bad, that lady, pro tip right here, is a freak. Not saying these girls don't have, good relationships with their father, but they do look like the kind of chicks that are, they don't look like a lot of fun. Like you might, address somebody with the wrong, pronoun, and then they're going to give you a 45-minute lecture on your, male toxicity and white privilege. And then they're also probably vegans. Like, they probably want to talk to you for about an hour about how, a vegan lifestyle is much better than, you persons out there who are eating meat and destroying the world. And, I'm just saying, guys, and let's just watch a bit more and see what these beautiful women have to say. Strong, powerful women. Everything I'm saying is for comedic effect. Please don't get mad, IGN. I love you guys. Most of you. I don't know any of you. You all might be some super for all I know, and I could hate your guts. But for the most part, I'm just saying that so you don't try to strike my video.
Like, that's exactly what it is. It is a morally ambiguous area. Your enemies are no longer wearing uniforms that denote that, like, it's not black and white anymore.
Also where some of the difficulty in, it looks so beautiful and so realistic, so when I have to then shoot these people, it looks like you're shooting, whether they're terrorists or not, of course.
Infinity Ward is intentionally pushing buttons on this, and that's a risky thing to do, but and maybe they'll fall flat on their face, and this game's going to end up being offensive to anyone who's served in the military. I don't know. That is entirely possible. If they get it right, and they remember this game's being headed by a couple of former leads from Naughty Dog, so there's a pedigree there. If they get it right, it's going to be one of the most memorable and probably best Call of Duties ever in this annual long-running series.
You guys heard it here right now, right first here. Activision paid that McCaffrey to say that. It's going to be amazing, guys. We're not sure what's going to be, but you got to buy the game. You got to buy the game. If you don't buy the game, you're not going to know if it's good or not. And you're not going to be able to see this visceral, amazing, triggered war-type video game. And I'm just telling you right now that this is no way whatsoever paid for by Activision. We do not, no, not at all. Activision Blizzard has no any kind of influence on my personal opinion of the game. And I'm not hyping it up at all. We're not. Nope. Just totally cool. And don't forget to smash that like button for... a brain-dead culture and generation. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming on by. Who the hell actually knows? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Like I've said, it's Call of Duty, bros. You know what I mean? You know, Activision, Blizzard, Puppet Masters, it's great in advertisement, got their fingers in all kinds of different media and people, you know, paid to say what they're meant to say. So, hey, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Who the hell knows what's going to happen, dudes? Who knows what's actual fact, what's reality? I mean, we're on a rock rolling through the universe at 15 zillion million miles an hour in an infinite freaking universe of space, and no one knows anything. We're all just making it as we go along. So thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Hope you smash that like button, and I'll see you on the next video. But most importantly, and last but not least, my friends, you all stay black. Until the cracker and two building movies, right? Frank, and just go test and be bored. So I was like, 2 minutes late. I was like, the Hicks, I was from Fox Game. White man, bring you down.